Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam discussion. We will continue with the pastime of Sri Sudama ji. So we will start with our Maṅgalācaraṇa prayers. Let me share. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupahat Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय We will recite the invocation verses for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. If any of you would like, we can do lead and follow. So you can unmute. If nobody, then I'll just recite. Our gratitude and obeisances to Sri Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj and Sri Suta Goswami and Shaunakadi Rishis. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narang Chaiva Narottamam
Ram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasan
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudirayet
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya
Bhagavatyuttama Shloke
Bhagavatyuttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki
Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopakumaraya
Nanda Gopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Okay, wonderful. So we are going to begin chapter 81 today of the pastime of Sri Sudama ji. So we are entering a very wonderful phase of this pastime. And so far, what has happened. Chapter 80 has been covered, and a lot of things have happened in chapter 80. So Sudāmaji's pastime comprises of 2 chapters of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, chapter 80 and chapter 81 of the 10th canto. And in chapter 80, Sudāmaji goes to Dwaraka to see Sri Krishna. And the sweetest part, at least what I could, as per my understanding, is the wonderful welcome that Sri Sudāmaji receives when he reaches Dwaraka by Sri Krishna and all his queens. And we have never seen such a wonderful welcome, that too by Bhagwan himself. So we can see how much Bhagwan just spreads thin in front of his devotee. How much Bhagwan is desperate for his devotee. How much he wants to serve his devotee. So there is so much to, so much happiness, so much to gain, not materially, but just this relationship with Sri Krishna is so sweet, and nothing can compare with it. And then they remember their past times. They remembered how they served their guru together in the Gurukul. And then we went into a little bit of a tattva discussion of guru, who is guru, and the significance of guru in one's life. So all that we had discussed. Now that discussion comes to an end at the end of chapter 80, and we start chapter 81. So they were talking for a long time. And there is one more thing why Sri Krishna is talking. Why is Sri Krishna talking? So that is where the verse begins, that sa itham dvija mukhyena sah sankathayan harihi. So sankathayan harihi. So katha. Is the screen being shared? No.
Not Prabhuji.
Okay, now, yeah. So, Shri Shuka Uvacha. So this is chapter 81, 10.81. So, sa itham dvija mukhyena. In this way, dvija mukhya. So dvija mukhya means the chief Brahman. Mukhya dvija, chief Brahman, which means the best among the Brahmanas, which is Sudāmaji. And saha sankathayan Hari. And Hariji, our Sri Krishna, has been talking, sankathayan, with our chief Brahman. And why is he talking? So I am adding the talking, but sankathayan means like a long katha. Sang means together with him. So that is together, but the katha has been very long. Any guess why long katha? And mainly, Sri Krishna is engaging Sudāmaji in katha. So why is Krishna is talking? Of course, they have met after a long time, and there is a lot to talk. But why talking? So sometimes you might have observed, I have observed, when you're talking with someone, then there is a pause. And then one of the people among the group of people, then they start another topic. And if the topic is interesting, then it goes on for another several minutes. Then there is a pause. Then you again start talking. After some time, you say, Acha chalo, shall we leave? Shall we disperse? And that usually happens at a pause time, when there is a pause. But then Sri Krishna is continuing the talk. So the point is, Sri Krishna is waiting for the gift. He's, so much talk happened. Still Sudāmāji didn't bring up the gift. And then let's do some more talking. Still no gift. Again, some more talk. Still no gift. So Sri Krishna is elongating the whole discussion, waiting that, okay, now he will bring up the gift. Now he will bring up the gift. Now he will bring up the gift. So Sudāmāji is not bringing up the gift, the topic of the gift. So that is why there is a long katha that is going on and on and on. Of course, this is all just sweet understanding from our acaryas, and we can relish that. And sarvabhuta manobhigyah samayaman uvachatam. So that Sri Krishna, who is Bhagavan, mano bhigyah, he knows everybody's mind. Sarvabhuta manobhigya. So he knows the mind or the minds of everyone. And then smayaman uvachatam, that smiling. So there is smiling here, smayaman. And he said, uvachatam, he said to Sudāmāji. And there is another word, prahasan. Now, this is smiling. Prahasan means laughing, or you can think of it like a broader smile. So his smile is increasing. First, it was a small smile. Now it is a bigger smile. So what is going on in their minds? So our acaryas have written long commentary on what is going on in Sudāmāji's mind. And here, that is why it is Sarvabhuta Manobhigyah. He knows the mind of everyone. And the funny part is that Sudāmāji also knows that Krishna knows the mind. He knows he is Bhagavan. Still, he is continuing to think something as if Krishna doesn't know. Or, okay, what to do? If Krishna knows, he knows, but this is what I am thinking. I cannot help it. So what is in Sudāmāji's mind? And what is in Sri Krishna's mind? That is the whole discussion of the next few verses. So this is a very sweet discussion between, not discussion, but commentary by our acaryas as to what is going on in each other's mind. And out of the two, one of them knows what is going on in both minds. So that is why Sri Krishna is smiling and then laughing. I know what's going on in your mind. And sometimes between a father and child also, child thinks he is, pulling a fast one on the father. But father is smiling. He knows the mind of the child. And he smiles, and the child thinks that, I'll be able to fool the father. But the father is smiling because, so we have seen that in material life also. So Sri Krishna is smiling from that standpoint. Yeah. And then Brahmaṇayo Brahmanam Krishno Bhagavan Prahasan Priyam Premna Nirikshane Naiva Prekshan Khalu Satam Gatihi. So Brahmaṇayo Brahmanam Krishno. So the devotee Brahmaṇayo, which is Sudāmāji, Brahman also Sudāmāji, Krishno. So the devotee and no, so there's a special meaning here. Brahmaṇayo Brahmanam Krishna. So actually all this refers to Krishna himself, Bhagavan. So this whole thing is Krishna, means that Brahmaṇayo Brahmanam Krishno. So this Brahmaṇayo means devotee. And Brahmanam is Sudāmāji. So this means that devotee of Sudāmā is Krishna. That is what this line is trying to say. Brahmanayo Brahmanam Krishno, the devotee of Sudāmā. So Bhagavan Krishna is being called as the devotee of Sudāmā ji. And there is a reason for that. And we will see this exchange of positions between Sudāmā ji and Sri Krishna. It will be, we might kind of get confused. Who is devotee, who is Bhagavan, or what is each other's role? And this is very typical in Sakhya Bhav. Because there is Sakhya Bhav between the two. What does Sakhya Bhav means? Sakhya Bhav means equality. And that is exactly what this equal to symbol is saying. We will forget who is Bhagavan, who is Bhakta. They both become equal. At least that's what we will try to see through some of these verses. Today will be a little shorter class. I have to go somewhere. So we will cover few verses, but hopefully we will cover this point very sweetly. So with that mood of being the devotee of Sudāmā ji, Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, Prahasan, Priyam, he laughed on his dear friend, very dear friend, Sudāmā ji. Premna nirikshane naiva, and with a lot of love, he nirikshan. What is nirikshan? To inspect. He started to check. So what is he checking? Makarand Prabhu, what is he checking?
He is observing how Sudāmā is withholding whatever in his.
He's how he's withholding, or he's searching where he is hiding the gift.
Yeah.
Behind his back, in his, behind his hands, or between his thighs. Sometimes we hide between the thighs. Or where is he hiding? In his waist cloth, typically sometimes you tie a cloth around your waist. Where is he hiding? And prekshan khalu satam gatihi. And like this, he started to do prekshan. Prekshan means to look around. Where is it? And the amazing thing is, khalu satam gatihi means that he is the gati, he is the shelter of the saintly people. The saintly people are searching, where is Krishna? Where should I take shelter of Krishna? Where are his feet? They are trying to search. And here, Shri Krishna is trying to search in the devotee, where is my gift? Where can I take shelter? Which part of his body to take shelter of, so that I can get my gift? So it is a very amazing ping pong between devotee and Shri Krishna. So this is what is going on here. Now we shall see some of the sweet points that our acaryas bring out. So another point is Sarva Manohara. So he is Harih. Yes, so here the word Harih has been used. So Saha Sankathayan Harih. So Harih means, what is the meaning of Harih?
Who takes away?
Yes, who takes away, or who steals or takes away. Yes. So what is Harih trying to do with all this katha? So much katha, he's trying to take away something. He is trying to take away, and it is given here that sarva bhuta mano bhigyaha. So he knows the mind, so he's taking away the mind of Sudāmā. He's distracting the mind of Sudāmā with all the talking. He's thinking ki bhai, this whole scheme of obtaining my gift is not working. So I need to somehow distract him so that I can take my gift. So he is stealing the mind of Sudāmā so that he can distract him and obtain his gift. So very nice thoughts go on between Krishna and Sudāmā. So in the next verse, we have already seen that Sudāmā is very shy to give this gift to Sri Krishna. So Sri Jiva Goswami writes that my dear friend has come from such a distance, and not to ask for something, but to give something. He knows that he is not going to ask for anything, but he also knows he has come here to give something, which is that 4 handfuls of rice. Of course, he has come to see Krishna also, but in terms of give and take, he has not come here to take anything. He has only come here to give something. And now he is feeling shy to give. How can I give this such a small gift to Sri Krishna? So people come to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, people come to Krishna, 4 types of people. Among them 2 are Artha and Artharthi. One who want to give something to Krishna, one who want to, again in a different context, okay? This is for devotees. Those are the beginner level. So those who want something from Krishna and those who want to give something to Krishna, right? So this, my dear friend, Sudāmā, is neither willing to ask nor give. He is a very unique kind of friend. Neither asking nor giving. So I have to do something about it. I have to break this logjam somehow. And also Sri Krishna is thinking at the back of his mind that if he gives me something, I will have some moral grounds to give him something back. Otherwise, if I give him the kingdom of Indra, which is what Sri Krishna is going to give him, he might return it. So this Brahmaṇa, that is why he is called Brahmaṇa, he's a Pakka Brahmaṇa. So he will not take anything free. So I must take something from him, because then if he tries to return it, then my case is strong. That no, you gave me, I took it. Now when I have given, you have to keep it. You cannot return it. So that is another reason why Sri Krishna is so eager to take something from Sudāmā. Otherwise, Krishna is afraid that he will lose the argument with Sudāmā if he tries to return what Krishna is going to give. So all this is going on in Sri Krishna's head. So Krishna is like scheming. He has a long scheme in his mind. And that is why he is trying to engage Sudāmā in a discussion to prompt him to give. But Sudāmā is not bringing up the topic. Then Sri Krishna, therefore, smiles, thinks that now I have to take matters in my own hands. He is not going to budge. So let me take matters in my own hands. Then something else happens. So now Sri Krishna is getting a real-time X-ray into the mind of Sudāmā, right? So Krishna can see everything in Sudāmā's mind. So he is now startled. Now Sudāmā also understands the mind of Krishna. He knows Krishna knows my mind, and he knows also what Krishna is thinking. Devotees are more smart sometimes. Not Sudāmā. Sudāmā is very simple. But still Sudāmā thinks this person is doing nirikshan. He's sooner or later he will find out. Somehow I must find an excuse to go to the bathroom or to the river or to the pond, wherever, some water body where I can throw the rice. Then it will not be in my hands. So I can dispose of this gift. So I will not have to give it to him. I shouldn't have brought it here at all. I should have disposed of it on the way. But now if I get a chance, let me dispose of it. And then as soon as Krishna discovers that Sudama ji is going to, or he might find an excuse to go out and throw it away, Krishna has to accelerate his plans, because that is such a precious gift for Sri Krishna. He is going to say later that there is nothing in the whole of Dwarka. Dwarka is comparable to Vaikuntha Lok. That there is nothing in the whole of Dwarka which is more special, more precious to me than this handful of chipped rice. And you are going to throw it away? I cannot let that happen. I have to save my rice. So Krishna is so attached to the rice that he is trying to think of ways to save it. And Sudama ji is trying to think of ways to get rid of it or to throw it away. So that is what is going on. This is also we see between devotee and Bhagwan. Devotee wants something. Bhagwan, please give, please give. Bhagwan is holding off. Here Bhagwan wants something and devotee is holding off. Nahi dunga. I won't give. So this whole play between devotee and Bhagwan, very sweet play is happening. So when Sri Krishna discovers that Sudama ji might throw it away, he accelerates the plan. He gets into a panic mode and he accelerates the plan and he starts looking for, now where can I actually grab it from? So that's why he starts checking out Sudama ji and wants to get it from him. So now Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur adds also some more very nice points. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that, why is he not giving it to me? It is my property. Now everything is Krishna's property. Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam. But that is not the point. That Krishna is thinking from that point that everything is mine. No. He says, who gave you the rice? Who gave the rice to him? So his wife gave it. By the way, I found the reference. So few classes back, we were discussing what is the name of the wife. Anybody remembers?
Somebody said Sushila at that time.
Yes. I found the reference. Very, very solid reference where name is given. And it is not in any of the Gaudiya Vaishnav commentaries. I have looked up and down for that name, Sushila. It's not there. I found, so Surdasji has written so many poems on the pastime of Sudama ji. And in the very first poem, he has named the wife of Sudama ji as Sushila. And whatever Surdasji has written is also a, very, very solid reference. He also is seeing all these pastimes in the Samadhi. So, there Sushila is given. So, it is my property, Sri Krishna says. My property from the standpoint that my sister-in-law has given. So, because Sudama ji is like a brother, Sushila ji becomes the sister-in-law, saying she has given. She went and got it. It's not you. You are simply the carrier. And she wanted to give it to me. And how can you hide it? How can you stop it? This is my property. And it is meant for me. And Krishna says, not says, but thinks, I am used to this. People abscond my property. They take my property and run away. She says, I have seen that in the material world so much. That people take my property and don't return it to me. But why they do that is for their greed, their sense gratification. They want to enjoy the property. But you are neither enjoying yourself nor letting me enjoy. Sometimes Sri Krishna also thinks that my devotees may also do something like this, that they may not give me fully. They may give some, but not fully to me what is due to me. Okay? But in that case, I feel very happy. Chalo, at least he gave some, but he kept little extra for himself. At least he is enjoying. For non-devotees, Krishna doesn't think that, okay, chalo, let him enjoy. But for devotees, Krishna thinks, okay, it's okay if he gave me less than my deserving share. At least he is enjoying. In this case, neither is he enjoying nor letting me enjoy. This is the most unique situation, Krishna says, that I have fallen into. If he is going to eat the rice, no problem. Let him eat. I will happily let him eat. But if he is not going to eat, at least let me have it. So these are all the thoughts going on in the mind of Sri Krishna. And not only that, he came all the way here to give it to me, which means he doesn't want to keep it with himself. But he's not giving it to me because he thinks it is too small. It is too meager, too menial for me. He does not know, now it's becoming a little more serious, how special, how precious this rice is for me. And I cannot let it happen that I don't enjoy this. So Krishna is right now really bent on his own sense enjoyment. And this is transcendental sense enjoyment of an offering of love from the devotee. It just shows, our acaryas have brought out, as to how desperate Krishna is for enjoying our offerings of love. If we put love in our offerings, then Krishna becomes mad. He cannot hold himself and really wants to enjoy what devotees offer in with love. So that is what is going on in Sri Krishna's mind. Then Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that he starts laughing when he thinks that you can hide it. So he starts laughing. You think you're too smart? I am even more smarter than you. Your smartness is coming from me. So Krishna is thinking, जैसे हिंदी में there is more rus, you know. मैं तेरा बाप हूँ. तुम्हें लगता है तू बहुत स्मार्ट है. मैं तुझसे डबल स्मार्ट हूँ. I am double smart than you. I'm your big brother, so to say. So like that he is thinking, and he's thinking, you have brought such a expensive gift from me. You think you will successfully hide it from me? You are mistaken. And Krishna starts laughing, kind of like little bit in a way that, you think you can hide it? Your body is so skinny. If you had been like fat, then maybe you can hide it in your armpit or here or there. You don't even have a fat body to hide the gift. And you are trying so hard to hide it. If you wanted to hide, at least you could have built a better, more fat body. You are such a skinny body. You don't even have any clothes. So again, in a very sweet way, Krishna is making fun of his appearance, his inability to hide the rice. And still you are trying so hard to hide. You are such a gone case. And Krishna thinks like this and starts laughing. That you have completely failed in hiding it from me. So, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishna is experiencing adbhut ras here. Now you will see wherever the description of adbhut ras comes, it is experienced by the devotee on seeing the amazing wonders in Sri Krishna. That is what is wondrous. Adbhut ras means amazing or wonder. So devotee thinks, wow, Krishna is so wonderful or so amazing. Here, Sri Krishna is thinking, my friend is so amazing in a different way. Even with such a skinny body, he is trying to hide it. So he is feeling very surprised that on the attempt of Sudāmā ji to hide the rice. And this is giving Krishna adbhut ras. It's a very sweet point how Sri Krishna is experiencing this whole thing, that this person is trying to hide it with no ability to hide. And he says, finally, Krishna says that tomorrow I will show him adbhut ras. When he will see what opulence he has got, after he goes back to his home, he will experience adbhut ras. And I would like to see his face at that time. So these are the sweet thoughts of friendship going between Sri Krishna and Sudāmā ji. So Krishna is having a wonderful time of adbhut ras here. A slightly different flavor of adbhut ras. All right. So all this is going on in the mind of Sri Krishna and Sudāmā ji. So what are some of the things we discussed? We discussed how Sudāmā ji is not bringing up the point of giving the gift. Sudāmā ji is even thinking, let me throw it away. Krishna is thinking, अरे अब तो पानी सिर के ऊपर से चला गया. Things have gone beyond, water has gone beyond the neck. He is now planning to throw it away. I must prevent him from doing that. I must retrieve my gift, which is my property. Even though I'm very, very used to people not giving me my property back, but this situation is very unique. So all these points are going on in Krishna's minds, and Krishna resolves to somehow or the other get his property, and he says that this property is so precious to me. It's more precious to me than the whole of Vaikuntha. So that is what is happening right now. Okay, let's read the translation. Makarand Prabhu, kindly can you read?
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Sukadev Goswami said, Lord Hari, Krishna, perfectly knows the heart of all living beings, and he is especially devoted to the Brahmanas. While the Supreme Lord, the goal of all saintly persons, conversed in this way with the best of the twice born, he laughed and spoke the following words to that dear friend of his, the Brahman Sudāmā, all the while smiling and looking upon him with affection.
So as you can see, Bhagavatam is more straightforward, but our acaryas bring out so much sweetness by revealing what is going on in mind of Bhagavan and Bhakta. And we can relish this in the words of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Then we go to the third verse. So this verse has 6 lines. So then Bhagavan says the following. So he puts Sudāmā, because now he is trying to accelerate the getting the gift before Sudāmā ji can throw it away. So he puts Sudāmā ji on the spot and directly asks, Kim upayanam anitam Brahman me bhavata grihat anvapya upahritam bhaktai premna bhurya eva me bhavet bhuryapya abhaktoprahritam name toshaya kalpate. So first 2 lines are, so Sri Bhagavan begins to speak now, saying Kim upayanam anitam. So upayanam means what is the gift. Anitam means brought. So Kim upayanam, what gift have you brought? Brahman me bhavata grihat. That, my dear Brahman, what gift have you brought from me? Grihat, from home. So from home, it means that it was given by what is griha is grihani. There is no word called grihana. So husband really doesn't have much to do with the household. Grihani is the one who is the owner of the household. So the grihani has given the gift. It means it does not belong to Sudāmā ji. So that is why Sri Krishna was saying it is given by my sister-in-law. Because you got it from home and the owner of the home is the grihani, not you. So please give me my rightful gift. Please don't, the middleman should not steal the property. So what gift have you brought from home? And another point to be noted here is Brahman, which means this Brahman is, O Brahman, which is Sudāmā ji. So there is a special significance why Sri Krishna is calling Sudāmā ji as Brahman. So let us see that, and then we will come to the next 4 lines. So Sri Krishna says, now come on, don't delay. It's mine, it's not yours. Not only it is mine, it is not yours. It belongs to my sister-in-law. So don't be the, don't try to spoil my gift. Please give it to me quickly and don't steal it. And this is where Brahman comes in. Who is a Brahman? A Brahman is one who is the knower of dharma. Okay. So, and what is one of the basic dharma? So that is the first shloka of Īśopaniṣad, which is Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjita Ma Kasya what is that? Ma Gridha Kasya Svidhanam. So the second line is Tena Tyaktena Bhunjita. Please consume only what is yours. Don't try to encroach on other people's quota. And this rice is my quota. So every living entity, and Krishna is calling himself living entity. Every living entity has his own quota. This rice is my quota. You should know dharma. You are a Brahman, you should know dharma. Don't take my quota. So he's warning him. And plus, he says, neither you are knower of that basic dharma of living entities. You also do not know the dharma of Maitri or friendship. Even if it is yours.
Yeah.
What is the dharma of Maitri? What do they teach in the schools about friendship?
Share.
Yes, this is one of the basic things they teach even in the schools here in America, right? Sharing is caring. My children used to tell me that their friends tell them this. Sharing is caring. So that is one of the basic principles of friendship. So you don't know the dharma of the living entities. You do not know the dharma of friendship either. Chalo, come on. Take it out. Take it out. So basically, Krishna is coaxing Sudāmā ji to reveal the gift. So, and then another point that Sri Jiva Goswami brings out is that by directly asking Sudāmā ji for the gift, he's saying that I know the dharma of friendship. So one is sharing is caring, and this is more the giving aspect. So this is dadati. Anybody remembers the first line of the third verse of Videshamrit? All the Bhakti Shastri students. Dadati.
Pratigranati.
Very nice. Pratigranati. So what is the full shloka you remember, Mataji?
Full to Guhyam Akhyati. That's all I remember, sorry. Guhyam Akhyati Prachati.
Yes.
That I don't remember. Sorry.
Bhunkte bhojayate chaiva. Last line.
Shad Vidam Priti Lakshanam.
Shad Vidam Priti Lakshanam. Okay. So these are the 6 ways of Priti Lakshana, isn't it? So you are very nicely, you are not even nicely doing Dadati. You brought it till here, all the way to Dwarka. So that part of Dadati you did, at least you carried it. You are not doing the last step, which is to actually give. And what about Pratigrahnati? That one you are totally not doing, which means you are not even asking. Pratigrahnati means sometimes it means to ask. Friends not only give, but they ask also. So you have no idea of Priti Lakshanam between friends. You are such a adharmic person in this matter of Maitri. You don't know what is the dharma of Maitri. You don't know how to give. You don't know how to take. So Sri Krishna is putting a accusation on Sudāmā ji that he is completely unaware of the dharma of friendship. And then Sri Krishna gives him a lesson. He says, okay, you have forgotten the dharma of friendship. Let me tell you what is the dharma of friendship. So the next 4 lines are dharma of friendship. Okay. And here, wherever bhakta is there, bhakta means a friend. Okay. And here, of course, this is spiritual friendship with Bhagavan. So it can be seen in that way also. So Bhagavan says, let me give you a lesson on dharma. And then, yeah, we'll see what comes afterwards. So he gives him this lesson on dharma. Anvapya upahritam bhaktaihi premna bhurya eva me bhavet bhuryapya abhakto prihitam nami toshaya kalpate. So what it means is that anu api upahritam bhaktaihi. So anu means what? Like an atom. So a tiny small amount api upahritam bhaktaihi. What that is offered by a bhakta or a true friend or a lover. Means bhakta means like a one who loves Bhagavan. So even a tiny atomic anu api, even an atomic thing offered by a friend, by a bhakta, premna bhuri eva me bhavet, that it becomes bhuri premna. Bhuri means, remember bhuri karmani, bhuri means immense, huge. It becomes like a huge gift of love. Premna bhuri eva me bhavet. It becomes a gift, a huge gift of love. So it becomes a huge gift of love. Okay, to the friend or to Bhagavan. And bhuryapya abhakta abhritam. But a bhuri gift, a huge gift given by an enemy or a non-friend or a abhakta, na me toshaya kalpate, does not satisfy me at all. Okay. So if somebody can, even among normal friends, if they know that, if you know this person is giving, but he's not a friend, then you think there must be a, trap. If he's giving me, tomorrow he's going to ask back something even bigger. Or there is some trap, there is some catch-22. So one is not going to accept like that. But from a very, very close friend, even a very small gift is so precious, so precious. So that is what Bhagavan says. Let me teach you the dharma of friendship. So, yeah. So then Sri Krishna decides, so he says, you don't know the dharma of friendship and you do not know the dharma of living entities, that nobody should ever take the share of others. And then he says, especially to Bhagwan. Now he takes the role of Bhagwan and says that you should know that I, as Bhagwan, am so pleased by even the slightest of offerings. So he says, maybe you have forgotten. Let me give you a lesson on Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so he gives Sudāmā ji a quick Bhagavad Gita lesson. By the way, Bhagavad Gita has not been spoken yet. But Krishna knows, for him past, present, future is no different. So he knows he's going to speak Bhagavad Gita. So he pulls out a verse. This is the only place in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam where a Bhagavad Gita verse has been quoted. So the next one, we'll come back and read the translation. The next verse is our famous Bhagavad Gita verse. What is the number of this verse?
926.
926. Very nice. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti upahritam ashnami priyatatmanaha. So Shri Krishna gives Sudāmā ji a Bhagavad Gita lesson. Okay. Before that, there is more. So he is accusing Sudāmā ji of forgetting dharma. That is the main point. And then Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur brings out one more last point, saying that I know that you know dharma. Now he accuses Sudāmā ji of knowing dharma. You are such a big Brahman, such a learned Brahman. I know that you know dharma perfectly well. So don't try to tell me that you don't know dharma, but you are applying it in the wrong way. So what dharma you are applying in the wrong way? So the dharma that you are applying in the wrong way, so Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives this completely different angle. Again from Śrī Īśopaniṣad. So we have done the Īśopaniṣad class recently. So what is the invocation verse of Īśopaniṣad? Anybody remembers?
Om Purnamidaya Purnamidam.
Aage.
Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate.
Yes. Very good. So Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam. Okay. So what does the first word mean? Purnamadaha. What does it mean? What does it mean?
That Krishna is completely perfect.
Yes, that Krishna is complete. Let's just say Purna. So we'll take the simple meaning. Krishna is complete. And then what is the meaning of the second line? Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. What is the meaning of that line, Mataji?
That even when you take like Purnam away from Purnam, what's remaining is Purnam.
Very good. Right? So now Krishna is telling Sudāmā ji, or he's thinking, you know dharma, but you don't know how to apply it. So he says, takes this verse, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. That is fine. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. That if you take out Purna from Purna, it remains complete. So, mathematically speaking, if you add something to Purna, will it increase or will it stay the same? Meera Mataji? If we go in the reverse direction, if we add something to Purna, will it stay the same or it will become bigger? Will it stay Purna or will it become something bigger than Purna?
Purna means infinite, right?
Yeah. So will it stay the same or will it increase?
I mean, it will increase, but it's infinite still.
Okay, so it will stay Purnam, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you take out something from Purnam, it stays Purnam. If you add something to Purnam, it stays Purnam, right?
Yeah.
So Krishna is telling Sudāmā ji, you are thinking, I am Purna. And if you give me this little rice, it is not going to make any difference to me. I will stay Purna only. So you are thinking, what's the point of giving this little rice? He was Purna before. And after receiving the rice, he will stay Purna only. And therefore, you are thinking, what's the point of giving the rice? Nothing is going to change. He was Purna, he will stay Purna. So let me not give the rice. So Sri Krishna says, you are applying this verse in the wrong way. Okay, you have no idea how much this rice means to me. I am not Purna without this rice. Only I will become Purna if you give me this rice. And that is the point where he says, and this part actually which I'm telling right now is by Sri Vallabhacarya. So he also has written a very nice commentary on the entire 10th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And that's where I have taken this point from Sri Vallabhacarya's. All these acaryas have written such sweet commentaries. So here he is showing how Sudāmā ji is misapplying this Purnamadaha verse, saying, I was not Purna. I will never be Purna. I will only become Purna after I get this rice. Please give it to me, so that I can become Purna, so that I can become satisfied. And that is why he says here, if he is Purna, na me toshaya. What does it mean? I will never be satisfied. I will not be satisfied, right? Bhagwan is always self-satisfied, isn't it? One of the characteristics of Bhagwan is he is always self-satisfied. But he's saying, I will not be satisfied. That means he is facing dissatisfaction at that point. How can you say he is always self-satisfied? So he says that I am not at all satisfied right now. I will only be satisfied when I get this rice. So please give it to me right now. Don't deprive me. So he is demanding Sudāmā ji to give the rice. So he's saying this is where the Vedantist will say Bhagwan is always self-satisfied. This is where the Vedantists are completely wrong. They do not understand me. So this is an example of Vedantists being completely wrong. They do not understand how much Bhagwan is desperate for our loving offerings. So all this Bhagwan says to Sudāmā ji, or at least implies when he says this verse to Sudāmā ji. So now we can read the translation. So let us see. Yes, kindly, Surya Prabhu, please.
The Supreme Lord said, O Brahmana, what gift have you brought me from home? I regard as great even the smallest gift offered by my devotees in pure love. But even great offerings presented by non-devotees do not please me.
So on this point of dharma, Sri Krishna quotes the topmost dharma shastra, which is the Bhagavad Gita, and he quotes this verse. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti upahritam ashnami priyatatmanaha. That patra, pushpa, phala and toyam. So a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, any of these things. Yome bhaktya prayachati. That one who offers any of these, prayachati means to offer, bhaktya means with bhakti. Tad aham bhakti upahritam. That bhakti offering, so that offering now no longer remains just a leaf, just a fruit or a flower or water. That is just the material ingredients. That offering is actually now become a offering of love, bhakti upahritam. So that is a bhakti offering. That is fine if it is water or fruit or leaf or whatever. But now it has become a offering, not of a flower or fruit, but of bhakti itself, of love itself. And I eat it. Ashnami means to eat or accept. But I eat it, and I eat it immediately without waiting. Our acaryas comment that Krishna wants to eat it immediately, and we will see it in the following verses. How he doesn't give the chipped rice to Rukmini Devi and says that go cook it or clean it or whatever, and then I will eat. Or go distribute it to everyone and then give me 2 grains and then at the end I will eat. No, he just snatches it and just gulps it away. Immediately he eats it. Because of priyatatmanaha, by my loving devotee. It has been offered by my priyata atmanaha, one who is so dear to my heart, my loving devotee. So it has been offered by my loving devotee to me, and I am just desperate for it, and I will gulp it down immediately. I will not leave anything for anyone. I want it all. That is why Rukmini Devi stops him, says, Are Baba, leave something for us also. It is the most precious thing in all of Vaikuntha or all of Dwarka. Aren't we also supposed to enjoy it? You will enjoy it alone. So that is why Rukmini Devi stops and says, please let us also have. Please don't be so selfish and eat it all away. Because Krishna in this matter is very selfish. He will just consume every part, every piece of love that the devotee gives. So we'll cover more details about this 4th verse. Acharyas have written very nice commentary on this. So we'll cover this next time. Today we will stop here and continue this next time. So we covered some nice thought processes in the mind of Sri Krishna. I really liked the last one, the Sri Vallabhacarya's point, how he thinks that Sudāmā ji is applying Om Purnamadaha incorrectly, thinking that there is no need to give this gift because Krishna is fully self-satisfied and he is Purna. And Sri Krishna says, I am not Purna. I will only become Purna after I get this. So that was a very sweet point. That was, at least I read from this commentary. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to share, or anything you might have read in this context? Anybody wants to share, or anything, any comments or any reflections or questions? Okay, if not, then we can stop here and we will resume. Hopefully we'll resume next week. and go further in this chapter. There is a lot more nectar coming in this chapter. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your association. Thank you so much for giving me a chance to read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and dive into this beautiful, beautiful ocean of nectar of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Thank you. Granth-raj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Panchang Pranams.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare